All right, there we go. We have the yellow Zerg in the bottom left corner, as Andre is trying to address some of the issues. We see Vibe from Team Itzgosu winning game number 1. Can he complete the upset against this player in the top right? It is Ganzi from Team Complexity, one of the recent acquisitions for Complexity, along with other people like Killer, Hart, and of course Nada, one of the most famous Terrans around.
Ganzi is a Code A level Terran. I would say he has the ability to play in Code S.
If he can beat DRG, he can compete Code S. But you're right, he's got some moments where he shines really well, and then sometimes he just drops random games too. But look at this. Is this
real
for
life?
real? Or is this fantasy?
Oh my gosh, and this Overlord could be the best possible Overlord in the world. If he gets this. No.
Oh
my
misses
God.
it. I haven't seen.
It's like a hair.
Oh my goodness.
It's a hair away.
Yeah, I mean, this Overlord, if he just literally turned to the right for half a second. Oh, and he also has it pulled back just in case of anything like,
and look
bunkers.
At this. The drone is actually going out to look for a proxy like this.
Oh, wow. Well, the good thing is that this time he's scouting. I mean, he's not doing what Tilo did, which was blindly open. And you can see Vibe taking Gretorp's advice. Gretorp is a coach for Vibe and saying you need to scout early in ZVT. And for this very reason, and this could, if Vibe holds it off, win him $150 if he takes this series, as well as great movement up in division standings. But Ganzi, now that the plan's been revealed, how will he react? Because Vibe still doesn't know where the barracks is.
Exactly. And another key thing is the fact that this orbital command center is not yet turned into, or this command center isn't turned into an orbital command center. That's a very clear indicator that your opponent isn't going for some sort of, or is going for some sort of early game aggression. So we'll see if Vibe was able to make the calls and do it right. He is spending his larva, but it looks like now he will not be. And slow creeping up. Unfortunately, he put the spawning pool in the worst location for this build. Wow, that is such a shame. And I like this. This is a distance bunker. It enables him to back up anytime he wants to. But well-positioned spine crawler should be enough to defend against this very accurately. You can see one spine crawler goes up. He should actually not get any queens. I think getting queens at this point would be kind of a bad position because you want to spend all that. Oh, wow.
Very nice surround.
No, he did not.
Wow, great job there from Vibe. A pretty big slip up from Ganzi as, I mean, 3 Marines compared to 2 is 50% additional power. But you can see for now, Ganzi's still content. He's not losing his cool. He sneaks in another SCV. Wow. Look at that. Trying to get SCVs just in case there needs to repair. Now, Vibe is sending in Zerglings perhaps to initiate a counterattack or at least pick off any attempt for
no second spawning pool, though.
Oh, he's just going to
I would love him to put down another spawning pool. Just know that you're going to give that up if you're going for this counterattack.
Well, you see that back at home, Ganzi has his wall completed. He's going to have his... No, he's leaving the door wide open. Oh, okay. That was a really close call. And you can see back over here, Vibe does get the surround, but losing a lot of Zerglings. The SCVs have been picked off. Ganzi is going to ride his bunker momentum as fast as he can. And you can see he's still trying to pick off the spawning pool. Needs to kite back to the bunker. Can he get there in time? Vibe gets the surround, and Ganzi forced to engage here. And you can see, wow, Ganzi had an opportunity to really fall back. If he fell back to the bunkers, who knows? The spawning pool could have gone down. And as a result, Vibe, with strong confidence and great positioning, able to take out and save his spawning pool.
It looks like Ganzi was able to stabilize back at home. You can see this one supply depot was in the red, but now Ganzi has the ability to go and expand. Double refinery being placed after this. Let's go ahead and look at how these players are set up after all is done. 24 drones, and I guess more importantly is the double queens. Both queens stayed alive in that, which is so important. So,
are you glad he
excuse me, 24, 25 to 20. Actually, no. I would have loved him to put down another spine crawler.
Oh, you're talking about you don't think he should have made queens immediately. Should have delayed it. But
because the spawning pool was actually so cool. Well, I guess he's right. I mean, he fended it off, so it all is okay. So good job. Good job, Vibe.
You know what? Let's look at the replay of what just happened so we can get a little closer look. You can see Ganzi, the way he wanted to do was fall back to the bunker initially, but he just couldn't get there. Vibe was really clever on positioning his Zerglings to the right initially because he knows that's the retreat path for Ganzi. So getting surround was very big. And as a result, you can see right now, Vibe sitting very comfortable, and he's in a much better position than we initially thought he would.
If he was able to get back to the bunker, that would have been huge. Again, his Marines would have been a lot more relevant. He would be doing additional damage against Vibe. But the fact that he got that surrounded, he has nothing to go back to. Those Zerglings are actually a lot stronger at this point. So that's why you see Vibe just taking such a massive lead in this early game. 51 supplied to 36. He's taking his 3rd hatchery already. Not even putting down a macro hatchery, and he only has Zerglings out. Normally, he doesn't even have Zergling speed out. That is insane. Double evolution chamber going down. I like where he's going, but it looks like Ganzi is doing some sort of huge early game or 2-base aggression. He is going for Hellions, Marines, and Marauders. Oof. I like where he's going. He's saying, well, you know, I'm already so far behind. Let me go ahead and try to hard counter my opponent, assume that they're doing a build, or at least hoping that they're doing some sort of only Zergling build. And with that, my Blue Flame Hellions will be super effective. And with the DPS of the Marines, I should be able to eliminate my opponent.
Well, he does have some information. He knows that Zerg delayed gas significantly. So even if he got anything of value, everything would be very slow. Roaches, Zerglings, everything would be incredibly delayed. And so getting for Blue Flame Hellions and Marines, things that completely decimate Zerglings, is not a bad choice whatsoever. You can see Ganzi, no, as an umbrella.
No, it's not at all.
It's not at all, yeah.
Right.
So
I'm sorry.
I was just like,
no, you are wrong.
You said no, and I'm like, oh, God. And I'm like, here it comes.
Sorry.
That's totally cool. And Ganzi, you can see he's going for combat shields first, so he's going for almost an immediate push as combat shields it finishes much quicker. And you can see that he's already starting to move out here. And, you know, is Vibe going to catch wind of it? Oh. Yes, he does. Okay, I wasn't sure if Ganzi's going to hide it.
Oh, and he picks off the initial Hellion. Now let's go ahead and look at the units tab. 4 Hellions out in the field. And Vibe might just have to give this up. I don't think he can actually defend this.
He's still making 30 Zerglings.
And is that really 30?
It was 32 Zerglings. Yeah, and while 32 Zerglings, if they can get surrounded, will be great. The question is the Blue Flame Hellions. Oh, they didn't finish, though, before this engagement, and now they do.
Wow.
And so that's a very clutch time. You can see those Zerglings absolutely melt to the prowess of the Blue Flame Hellions. And look at that, 30 Zerglings instantly made for dinner. As that was faster than Easy Mac.
Oh my goodness. Vibe is actually in a great position from that. Removing the Marines is actually a lot of the substance of that push. If he doesn't remove the Marines, then he's most likely in a terrible position, if not dead. But now that he killed those, the Spine Crawler is empowered. It's able to do a lot more damage because the Marines are the main DPS against those. Blue Flame Hellions not being completed that fast actually hurt Ganzi so much.
Yeah, but you can see that Ganzi let his Marines just sit on the creep again, taking a lot of losses. Still, though, Ganzi's still climbing supply. Vibe's still holding constant. And despite the fact that Vibe kind of held out the first push, the second push is what's so fearsome. You can see the Spine Crawlers trying to rush and sneak in unnoticed, but the Marines and Hellions immediately turn around and focus fire as Vibe, his defenses are falling one at a time. And you can see that Ganzi's just riding huge momentum, now up in supply 90 to 70. And Vibe has no answer to this Marine Hellion push.
Wow, after a really nice early game, it looks like Vibe is under so much trouble, and I think he might lose it right here. 5 roaches, 8 roaches in production at this point. Remember, he does have 1-1 on those Zerglings, so it helps out so much. Manor Mules instantly placed, but Vibe is going to stay in the game. The roaches are going to pop here. Is it enough? There are just so many Marines, and he's going to go for this big surround.
Oh. Or running away with the drones. He can't really surround anything. As you see, the Marines are absolutely chipping away at the roaches. GG. And Ganzi showing very fearsome TVZ just from start to finish. And that's kind of what separates the Koreans from the foreigners a lot of times. Not just their cheeses, but their ability to follow up and transition out of it. That's what makes them so incredibly frightening.
Yeah, you know, that was such a great map for Zerglings, too. Normally you go Zerglings because there's so much open area. They're very fast. They're able to get around all over the place. But if you're taking a third base, don't have your cake and eat it, man. just go ahead, take your third base, and get units that are a little bit more solid. The roaches are really important. Even get banelings. I don't mind banelings at all. Get the centrifugal hooks and eliminate those the Marines from the field. Those are the main DPS, and you're good to go. But Vibe didn't do that, and we had ourselves a very, very easy game for Ganzi at that mid-game stage.
Game number 2 is brought to you by GameMinder, the smartphone application to let you know about upcoming NASL broadcasts, upcoming game demos, especially Diablo 3 in just a week, and other cool things. Check them out at handelabra.com. We'll be back with game number 3 to decide the match. Who will take it, the underdog Vibe or the expected Korean Titan? We'll find out in just a minute.